So the roof is coming along really good. This part over here, we have all the aluminum on. You can see how we did around the chimney area here. Yes, some water, snow could blow in there, some water could blow in there, but it still should be fine. I mean, that was made to withstand the weather anyways, and it's still pretty protected here. This all looks really good. Very happy with how it turned out. I think I have one more screw. Well, maybe I have a couple screws to put in right there. I'll get them. One thing I have been doing, one of the issues, whenever you combine or bring two roofs together, where they connect is it's an issue. It can be an issue. You need to be concerned with it and pay special attention to it. So I was afraid of this. When you get real heavy, wet snow on here, on the asphalt shingles or on any part of the roof, the water is basically sitting there in one spot. So it can go sideways more. And the asphalt, to me anyways, this is my opinion, all this, is it does wick the water. So I think that allows it to go sideways easier than on metal. But I'm not, this is my opinion. So what I did was I pulled the screws here because one of the real wet snows, it was real heavy, kind of thick and wet. I noticed a leak right about in here, a little bit of moisture. Not much, a little bit. I was not surprised, and I looked for it because of that. Because I only had, probably about a 4.5 inch overlap here, maybe 5 inches. I think it's coming from this side versus coming from that side. So what I did was I pulled these screws along this edge here, put another piece in here which goes from here over to here. So now you're looking at a 10 to 11 inch overlap. So the water would have to go sideways that far, and not totally sideways. Let's say it starts up here, and as it runs down, it just gets a little bit further and further over, and then eventually towards the bottom it hits that crack. So it's not going totally sideways all at once, but it's gradually working over. So now it's going to have to gradually work over a lot further. And I think that's going to take care of it. And this joint right here is pretty snug, and it's aluminum to aluminum. So I think that'll take care of it. It wasn't bad to start with, but I feel comfortable that that's going to take care of it. Well, we'll see. So we're doing the same thing here. Putting a nice wide one in here. So it has to travel this distance if it's going to come from here over. If it's going to come from here, it wouldn't have to, but that's a pretty tight fit there, and it's aluminum to aluminum. So, and then this edge, it slopes off fairly quickly at a 3 slope about, or a little bit steeper. No, probably, yeah, a little steeper because this is a 4 pitch here, and I mimicked it right there. So about a 4 pitch drop off, and here probably about the same thing. So you can see how it's put the first one down, put the second one over, and then we're screwing just the outer edge of the second one, which puts one screw into here, and that'll hold it. Okay, so we're going to finish that up. And then the other thing I've been doing is cleaning the roof as I have a little bit extra time, or taking a little extra time, getting a bunch of the moss off it. And you can see there's a bunch that I did not clean yet. Some of it I cleaned it initially, but then here's some stuff I've been pushing down. And then here's an area where I've cleaned out. It's being caused because these branches were allowed to come over the roof too much. So I've been gradually cutting them back, and I'm going to cut them back some more right now. I brought the pole up so I'm going to be able to reach out and, maybe I'll clip, I'm not sure, maybe I'll clip that one off, start in here and start clipping some of these off and some of these here. It's a gradual thing, and it's always going to grow this way because it's growing towards the sun. But we'll just try to keep a handle on it, and the moss is not killing the roof. And eventually I will change this to aluminum here, but it's still good, and I have plenty of other tasks to do, so we'll leave it as it is and trim this back a little bit. And then we're going to go down and do some caulking, priming. We still have some aluminum to put on the edge. You can't see from down up here. We'll have to do that from below. And then after we do a bunch of priming and caulking, we'll get that, and painting of the edge, we'll get the scaffolding down. Okay, let's get to work.